What the beep? We are in the panhandle. I don't know if you guys can see this, but just over my shoulder, I spotted it from the distance as a jackfruit. It is in a pot, so I'm guessing this little guy comes inside.
We didn't even get
so
to
what's
the rabbits.
I see you have some solar panels and stuff, Joe. What's powering the pump to the pond? Is that just regular power?
It's just regular power
okay.
to the grid, yeah.
What are you fueling with this hot water on the roof here?
Yeah, and that's a regular grid too. And basically, it heats our hot water and does an excellent job. In fact, it gets too hot.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
Wow. That's one of those radiator style ones?
I maybe should have put a mixer in there to cool it down some, but it's very hot. And then I collect rainwater on the back of my roof here.
Where does that go? A cistern?
Can you see the green metal on top up there?
Okay, past the Washingtonian pump?
Yeah, I've got a 1,600 gallon tank up there.
Wow.
And so I collect it in 7 55-gallon drums. I don't know if you want to walk over here.
Yeah, let's see it. Take it. What is this, a solar trailer?
You know, I didn't know anything about solar, so I got a trailer and I started putting things together so I could learn. So
best way to learn, huh?
Yeah, and I use it for things.
Wow, these fiojas have name tags on them?
Yeah.
So they're grafted?
They are.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see the graft union down there.
That's pretty cool.
I got it out of California. So what I'm doing is collecting rainwater on the back of this roof. And
oh, it's coming over to this station.
It comes into my gutter, and I've got a filter in the gutter. And then it comes down and it goes through this, what's called a first pass. And it'll collect the first water coming through there and dump it automatically. And then once that white barrel is full, it will, the 4-inch vertical will fill up, and there's a cone in the top of it with a ball that floats in there. When the ball goes up and engages the cone, it shuts the water off from going into the waste, and then it goes into the barrels. And it seems to be fairly clean. And so I've got 7 55-gallon drums, and right now they're full because of the amount of rain we've had.
Wow.
And then I pump it up to that 1,600-gallon tank, and I use it by gravity into my hydroponics.
Right out to the dock we were just on?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I get pretty good pressure just from that little fall.
That is awesome. You built all this yourself?
I did.
A MacGyver over here, huh?
Yeah.
Look at this pump.
Yeah, I have a solar pump for this, but right now I just have it.
What is this, so they can breathe and nothing gets in?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Were you having a problem you had to adapt to this, or you just came up with the idea?
I didn't want to have them form an airlock, and because this one fills up first, and then they all fill up in sequence.
Nice.
And I didn't want any airlocks forming. And this has worked real well. And right now they're all full.
That's how we like it.
I don't know how well you're going to be able to see.
So does this firebush freeze back every year?
It does.
It does, okay.
And it comes back.
This comes right back root hardy.
So what I've got is the lines running under the ground.
And that little electric pump I saw is what's pushing it up into this thing?
Yeah, and it does a good job. And they come up over here.
Oh, they're painted. I see them, okay.
Well, I wanted to camouflage it, not so much to...
Save the plastic because it's not UV protected, yeah.
And just so it wasn't a sore thumb.
Yeah, looks beautiful.
An eyesore. And so they go up here, one goes into the tank, one comes back.
Nice. Is that skyvine up there?
It is.
That grows this far north too?
Yeah.
Wow.
It does, yeah, it does. In fact, it does too well.
Too well? Wow.
So this was back in '95. We had Hurricane Aaron, and then we had Opal come through, and we tried to evacuate, and the highway were so gridlocked.
Couldn't get out of here.
I told my wife, we are not doing this again. I'm going to build a storm shelter. So I started studying, and so that was '95. In '99, I had my plans, and I started in February of '99 and started building. It took me almost a year. But I've got 2,200 blocks. And
2,200 blocks?
Yeah.
Wow.
I backfilled every...
With concrete?
Every cell with rebar and concrete.
Wow. Whoa.
And then these are two walls. This is the outer wall and then the inner wall. And I've got dirt between the two walls. This block you see here is the 5th block up from the footing.
So the footer goes that deep?
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't go down here because the water table's so close to the ground.
Wow.
And so I got a big door Oh man, trash in there.
Yeah.
We can our own green beans.
Nice.
I can up my rabbits.
Really?
Yeah.
We haven't seen those
And
yet. They're
beans.
hiding around here, huh?
Yeah. Can up my own peas. The cowpeas.
Wow.
So you could live off of everything in here
For 1 year. The solar comes in over here, keeps my batteries charging, and then the batteries are powered.
This is a 12-volt freezer, really?
Yes, it is.
That is awesome. You got your little 4 marine batteries there and the little onboard charger?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So even with the light level, I'm still getting 16.3 up
Right
there
now?
on the roof. Yeah. And
Wow.
so,
And so what do you have, that water from above us plumbed in here?
I do not have it.
Not
plugged
yet.
in here,
Okay,
no.
just storing it up there.
Yeah.
For more pressure to send other places?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I wanted, the pressure. I have a friend who actually built a tower, and I thought, I don't want to do that. That's a little too hard. We're self-sufficient. And we use it. The thing is, I've got more than I'll use. But if times got hard, we have stuff to share.
You don't have to be scared. You're not running
I'm
out.
not scared. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
And I'm not embarrassed. Either.
No, I just seen what everybody went through with that Hurricane Irma, you know, just parking lot to get out of the state, you know. I mean, have something like this in your backyard, it gives you a peace of mind.
It does.
Yeah, hurricane comes. I mean, it's getting scary with these new
And
hurricanes.
then I buy bulk feed for my chickens and my rabbits. And,
Oh, so you're prepared to feed them for a while too?
yeah, normally I get 5 of these things at a time, and now I'm down to my last one.
So it's time to reload.
Yeah, just about. My wife and I built this. We built it a section at a time. That's why the
Wow.
various geometric shapes.
Slowly worked your way out here.
like it.
Yeah, we slowly worked our way out.
So have you fruited any bananas outside here yet, Joe?
Yes, I'll show you.
Oh, we're still not in banana land yet either?
Oh man,
It's huge.
how much time you got?
Yeah. How much space we have left? How many acres did you say you had here?
I have 6.
6 acres, okay.
You said 6, right?
Yeah, 6.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said 60.
No, no.
One of the problems I had in here, we'll go out and see the canal. When they built the canal, they bermed up the side. And whenever we'd get some really heavy rains, we were like a bowl in here, and we would flood. So back in 2006 was a real dry year, and I thought, well, I'm going to put a drainage ditch out to the canal so I can keep this from flooding, and it has worked great. And so it took my wife and I 6 months to build this. We started in, I think we started in February, and we finished it in August.
Wow.
But it is basically a glorified drainage ditch.
Garden B, all the way over there. You see that?
This was a broken concrete from the Tom Thumb store when they tore up the
Yeah.
gas tanks.
We
I've got it everywhere.
we harvest it all the time. We call it Urbanite because,
That's
you know,
what I call it too.
yeah, that people rip out their driveways to put in pavers, you know,
I
and
know.
like, oh, we'll take that.
Yeah, I've got the Dioscorea alata, the ube variety, the
Purple ube?
ones.
Yeah, me too.
And then I've got the batata, which is much more behaved.
Okay.
This thing will grow up to the top of the pine trees.
Gets a little crazy,
Yeah.
even all the way up here.
This can get a little slippery, so be careful. We're gonna
Take the edge.
go up the side here. So what I've got to do is draining out into the canal, and the canal is higher because of the rain we had a week or so ago, and then probably in the next week that water will be down.
Ooh. Freshwater, saltwater canal? What is this?
Water.
Freshwater canal. This is where the gators are?
Yes.
You feed them marshmallows?
Oh no.
No.
We go all the way and feed them s'mores.
S'mores. Oh, God.
They're edible.
What kind of bean is that again, Joe?
It's called sword. Cannivalia is the botanical name.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Cannivalia gladiata.
So do you dry those?
Well, they're pretty much dry now. If anybody wants seeds,
Oh.
Have you studied how to
or
use
you want
them?
you want to get a whole pod?
Oh yeah.
I think
I'd
they're
love one.
poisonous if you don't do the right thing. Do you
Yes,
know that?
yeah. Most beans do have a toxic element to them, so you have to take the skins off to eat them.
Yeah.
And if you get them when they're green, the skins come off fairly easy. If you get them at this point, it's better to use them as
Seed for next year.
seed for next year, yeah.
Cool.
All right, so as long as you get the seeds off ahead of time, you're okay.
That's an interesting looking vine. I didn't expect that.
This one?
Yeah.
No, that's not the bean. That
Oh, it's
is
not. So what does the bean vine look
That's
like?
groundnut.
Like kikuza.
That is groundnut? You planted
Are you
it?
familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apios,
Apios americana.
yeah.
Yeah, I regret that I did.
Okay, that's one that's in Eric
It
Tonesmeyer's
comes
books.
up everywhere.
Ah.
Everywhere. These are the bees out here.
Whoa, you got a bunch of hives.
Yeah. I gotta show you. Gotta show you my debris pile. I know you'd appreciate a debris pile.
Oh, for
Everything
sure.
that grows in my garden grows in the debris.
I bet. So what is this, the back 9?
Yeah.
Okay. How many hives do you manage?
You know, I let a guy keep them here.
Okay, so he comes and does it?
So, yeah,
Nice.
so I don't have to mess with
Less
them.
work, yeah. One more thing that you don't have to worry about. Banana land. Oh,
Yeah,
the
this is
yams
where all
here.
the debris goes, and I'll show you. We've got some air potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some Rajapuri that are blooming. They came out too late. So
Whoa.
they developed. But
You
if you look up in the trees at the air potatoes,
That's why we don't want to just plant them.
Oh, is this why?
Oh.
they grow to the top of the pine trees.
Wow.
Whoa.
You see them hanging down.
What kind of bamboos we have at 12 o'clock here as we're going?
You know, that's a multiplex.
Okay.
Bambusa multiplex.
That's super cold hardy up this way. Yeah.
It's real cold hardy.
What were you doing in the tubes over there?
You know, because I'd flood once a year out here, I figured I'd grow my squash
Higher up.
raised up, and it did work. And I got a bunch of Seminole pumpkins, and they did really well. I'll show them to you.
Nice. Tropical pumpkins are fun.
I like the flavor of that. They got a nice nutty,
I agree.
sweet flavor.
So is this compost or was this mulch?
Those are just leaves, and then this is my compost.
Oh.
But I will if I have to. If it freezes that.
The problem is I threw a bunch of stuff in here that I thought was dried out and dead. It was in taro,
Taro
and
survived.
it survived and is growing.
What are all these fruit trees? They have apples around here and peaches?
No
and
apples.
No apples?
This is a cherry.
That's a cherry tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of California. It's supposed to be able to grow here, and it's growing. But
Like-
it's a pollinator. I ended up losing, and I don't know why. So they're going to send me another one after December 8th.
Okay.
But I've got some dwarf plums and dwarf apricots.
Nice. So like a Bing style cherry, huh?
Yeah,
Okay. That's definitely a peach, right?
that's a
5
peach.
minutes later, she goes, Alan just got you there.
Was that a pomegranate down at the one of that other
I've
one?
got 2 pomegranates down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got angel red and cashmere.
What are you trying to do? Keep the chickens out of these beds with the metal?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what I'm trying to do.
Stop them from disturbing the roots of the fruit trees?
That was all compost, and because of the worms and the bugs, they would get in there and dig.
Oh, I bet.
So what I did was put the wire down. I can pull the wire out fairly easy. I've got it cut around the tree.
Stops them from disturbing all that, though. Nice.
Right.
Joe, what letter is this?
This is B,
I got some
C.
brassicas in the ground.
C. Okay.
C.
What brassicas do you have in here?
I have got a bunch of different ones. I've got dinosaur kale, De Chico, broccoli,
Got some right.
cauliflower, some Brussels sprouts. And I know they look kind of like they're close together, but they seem to do well that way.
No, they like that.
And I put cardboard down between them and then leaves over them, and then I don't have a weed problem. And it keeps them clean too. You don't get dirt splashed up on the leaves. And,
Nice.
it works real well. This is some more yacon here.
It's doing a little better in that patch, huh?
Yeah, but I'm going to give it some time, and then some papayas down
I
here.
see that. They're ripening up for you.
And then what I do here is grow the straw bale tomatoes.
Oh, is that what's left in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the humidity and everything, the straw bales break down really quick. You only get one season out of them. But come about February, I'll go ahead and get more straw bales, put them in here, and you have to condition them. It takes about 21 days to condition them. And then plant the tomatoes in here, and then I can maintain them up the cattle panels.
So when you built these trellises, these are for life, huh?
Pretty much.
Galvanized fence poles with cattle panels, those aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I saw one piece that was really soft.
We all have to sing too. You know what we're gonna sing?
We'll know as soon as we get it.
You ought to know by now.
We'll know as soon as we get it open.
This is why
if it's ripe or if it's not ripe.
Can you say?
Oh my gosh, it looks like bitter melon
Oh, it
seeds.
does. Is that related to
Some of
bittermelon?
it's ripe and some of it's not.
It's pretty though.
You can try.
That's how bittermelon
Watch the knife.
That's
And,
the
and
seeds,
snake
yeah.
gourd do that.
So which side is ripe?
The ones like the
The
red on
red,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here down is ripe.
That's ripe, and these are ripe in here. I ended up cutting these seeds in half.
So is that-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try this one.
That looks the best.
Basically.
Easy for you to say.
So Renee, do you eat the bitter melon seeds?
I don't, but
Stephanie
and Dwayne do.
Yeah, I don't know. If
It's
there's
kind of
more.
Is it good?
Can I try this one in here?
Yeah.
sure.
It's not very
Or
sweet.
just
This
the-
one may not be quite ripe. It's
Oh.
good.
Oh, there you go. There you got them.
He just found the heart.
This is what you eat, the red part?
You suck
Yeah.
on it.
Here, wait, I need to.
And
Have you
that's
tried
it?
this
You don't
yet?
eat the flesh
No,
around
no,
it?
take that one. Yeah.
That's a lot of fruit for very little.
Wait, I'm gonna, here.
Little big seed for a little fruit.
It's edible,
Yeah.
but not.
Edible doesn't sound good.
No, it's edible, but not like. It's not worth the effort.
Not like
that-
delicious.
Yeah,
It's
but maybe it's not quite ripe.
Okay.
Good.
You said they're not your favorite. Oh, there we go. I got one.
They do grow easy from seed because these seeds are popping. Plants are popping up all over the yard where
Right,
the
so
seeds
what would you
are
like us to do with the seeds?
Pretty
Throw-
much
you
starve
throw
if
it
that,
in
if
there.
that was the only thing around.
So you don't,
Because I don't know if you can get enough nutrients.
Not enough flavor and nutrients, yeah.
I'm probably the only one in Pensacola growing gack fruit.
Probably. Yeah, I'm still not impressed.
Was that it? Oh, yeah.
That's
That's not gonna be
meh.
right.
Yeah.
What you got?
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
It's. I mean, it's food. It's not horrible at
it's
all.
just not quite sweet enough.
It's not anything.
If it had a little more,
Let me tell you, if you had a miracle fruit plant
Oh, it'd be
and you
delicious.
eat a miracle, I'm guilty of this, and that's why it's hard for me to make a good analysis of what some taste like. I'll generally eat a miracle fruit before I eat a lot of things, and it enhances the flavor of everything. So, like before I eat pineapples, or grapefruit, I'll eat
Oh, wow.
miracle, and everything tastes great.
Wait, what's
That was well
miracle?
played. All right, Joe. So you've done this whole place by yourself
And my wife.
and your wife.
If I didn't have my wife, I wouldn't have this.
Now, I just caught off camera that you just quit a full-time job a month ago.
Well, working regularly, yes.
So you had been prior just doing this on the side?
Yes.
This has been a hobby, weekend, night type thing?
Yes.
And you've developed this whole property.
Yes.
That's incredible. Well done.
Yeah. To me, people come in and look, say, oh, that's so much work. My wife and I don't feel that it's all that much work. We'll put a couple hours during the week, especially on weekends, into it. And then the rest of the time, it pretty much takes care of itself.
Pretty rewarding too, huh?
It is rewarding. Yeah, it feels like a haven.
Yeah.
It's like the Garden of Eden for me.
You definitely have your own sanctuary here, Joe.
Yes, I do.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for the tour.
You're welcome.
So I tell you what, we'll do the handshake, but what I do is the fist pump. Did she tell you earlier?
Oh,
you got to pump this.
Oh, that's what she said.
Pound it, pound it. Boom. I love it, Joe. Thank you. Holy whoa, Pensacola don't play. I've got 5:30 on the clock, 7-hour drive in front of me, bouncing up and down trying to get out of here. Didn't have my time for my my closing for y'all, so I'm out of Pensacola. I'll be back in February. I'm sure this isn't gonna look the same after a cold winter, but epic site. I know Joe had a lot of cool things to share with y'all. I know the comments are gonna be great. Thank you guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, pound it.